Good day and welcome to Nuprodx Mobility. My name is David Gaskell, President of Nuprodx. Nuprodx provides a full array of bathroom mobility products, making bathrooms that are not accessible. For example, we have a solution for a standard bathtub, we have a solution for a step-in shower, and we also have solutions for fully accessible roll-in showers. And today I'd like to spend some time reviewing the multi-chair 4000 tilt and the 4200 tilt. Here is a multi-chair 4200 tilt. It's standard features as included in the chair itself here. The only option we have is it actually has the dark blue upholstery on it. The other options are a standard gray upholstery as well as a green camo. So some of the key features for the multi-chair 4200 tilt is it's designed for someone that has a higher level disability, someone that, spinal cord injury, something like that. They need the extra, tilt and space feature for stability and comfort. The way this chair operates is you've got a crank handle here where the caregiver would simply adjust the height or the angle of the chair, the tilt angle. We've got footrests that are adjustable height-wise that can be adjusted to the user's lower leg length. And we also have an adjustable headrest. So those are kind of the overview features. Some of the option items you have is you can get a seat belt, you can get a chest belt, you can get things like laterals for people who need laterals, you can get back post extensions for taller folks, you can get commode pans and rails. We have a full array of options. Take a few moments and check out our website at www.nuprodx.com to see a full listing of the features. Next, I'd like to give you an overview on how the multi-chair 4200 tilt operates. So I'd like to take a few minutes to show you how to operate the 4200 tilt and the key benefits. The big benefit is that the chair allows the elimination of full weight transfers, which is a huge deal for both the user as well as the caregiver, potential injuries and so forth. So let me walk you through the process. So use your imagination for a minute. So the caregiver is wheeling the unit up. Ideally, you'd want to have the seat height set up to the height of the user's bed. You wheel the unit up next to the user's bed. Use your imagination. Their bed's right here. They're laying in their bed. You lock the couple of reel casters down in the back, flip up the arm, and assist with a lateral transfer from the bed onto the chair. Once the user is in the chair, unlock the casters, make sure they're safely secure in the chair, and you can use it as an indoor wheelchair. Wheel around the house, maybe they're going to go have their morning breakfast, things like that, other morning activities. Once they're done with those activities, you can wheel the user straight in the bathroom. Just go with this orientation. Straight in the bathroom, flip it around, flip up the toilet seat, straight over the toilet for toilet activities. You can lock the casters in place. Once the casters are in place, the caregiver can actually walk away, give the user some privacy. Once they're done, unlock the two casters, wheel the unit off of the toilet, flip down the seat. So what you've done is you've eliminated two full weight transfers. If the user had to go in a wheelchair coming into the bathroom, they'd wheel in a wheelchair, you'd have to do a full weight transfer from the wheelchair onto the commode. Once they're done, you'd have to do a full weight transfer off of there. Again, those are two very dangerous transfers, especially in a bathroom environment where you have tile and so forth. So big deal about eliminating those two transfers. Once they're done with toileting, you wheel the user directly into their accessible shower stall. Position them in a good position relative to the shower head where they're going to be comfortable. Whatever angle is appropriate. Once in a proper position, you can lock down a couple of the casters. And they may want to be tilted for more comfort. So you may tilt them back, give them a nice comfortable position. And if they're independent enough to shower by themselves, you can actually, the user or the caregiver can close the curtain, walk away, give them some privacy. Once they're done, open up the curtain and so forth. If the user is less independent and needs some help, caregiver can come in and assist with the showering and bathing. Once they're done with the showering, unlock the two casters. Assume they want to get back in a more upright position. Crank the tilt handle, lock in place, roll the chair out, and kind of reverse the process. Again, use your imagination. That's the user's bed. Wheel up next to the bed. Lock the casters in place. Flip up the arm and assist with the lateral transfer from the seat or from the multi-chair 4200 tilt onto the bed. Very simple, relatively simple process. Much easier than trying to lift the person full weight and set them in the bed. Next, I'd like to take a few minutes to show you how to assemble your multi-chair 4200 tilt upon arrival. I'd like to spend a couple minutes with you just to explain how to assemble your multi-chair 4200 tilt upon arrival. The unit will arrive in a single box. Once you get the box, open the box carefully. Make sure you don't have sharp blades and so forth, or cutting into the box too deeply because there are cushions and so forth. But what you want to do is lay out the unit as follows. You basically have a tilt and space section with a seat cushion. You've got 4 caster legs, 2 for the rear, 2 for the front. You've got a back assembly, you've got a headrest assembly, and you've got two footrests. In addition, you're going to receive instructions. And within the instructions, you're going to have several Allen wrenches. The key Allen wrench that you want to use is the yellow handled Allen wrench, the 1/4 inch Allen wrench. So step 1, we want to install the casters. So basically, all you have to do, take the unit, flip it over, and you can actually assemble in a bed, so you're not on the floor putting this thing together. Some, higher type position, but I just want to show you how to do it here. Basically, you've got offset legs. They've got a indexing pin on them. You want to make sure that you line the unit up where that pin goes in to one of those indexing positions. I typically like to start at 45 degrees, kind of a good balance between stability and width and so forth. But make sure when you put the legs in, they're fully seated. They actually can hit the bottom there. And then you use your Allen wrench, just crank it nicely into position. Second one into position. And you may have to loosen up the bolts. They're shipped so they don't wiggle loosely when they're shipping. So loosen up, drop it all the way in, make sure it's fully seated, and crank it nice and tight. For the rear legs, sometimes you'll have offsets, sometimes you don't. On the 4200 tilt, typically it does not come with offsets because it's wide enough to get over the commode without needing or requiring offsets. Drop it in again, make sure you hear that click and it's all over bottomed out. And tighten up our pinch clamp corner. Tighten. And make sure you obviously get all 4 of them here. And then once the legs are in place, you flip the unit upright as follows. So next step is you want to put in your backrest assembly. And again, be a little careful. The backrest is probably going to be shipped in this sort of manner. So flip the arms up, take into position. You may have to loosen these little internal clamp, or the bolts with internal clamps here. But position as follows. Make sure it's seated all the way down. What you want to do is make sure that little shoulder assembly there matches right up with the corner. Once it's in place, you tighten the internal clamp as well as tightening the clamp of the corner itself. Do that and that. And that's nice and secure. Next step is you want to put in the headrest assembly. Very simple to do. Basically, this just drops right down. Make sure this is loosened up. It's going to come when it ships, it's going to be a little tight, so loosen those bolts up again with the Allen wrench. Drop in the headrest, and then lock that in place. And the final step is to take your footrests, and these just drop right in the corners. You can see there's a little indexing feature here. Drop that in. Again, you may have to loosen this bolt right here to get them in. Once they're in, crank that nice and tight. Same thing with the other side. So at this point, we've fully assembled the unit for use. However, you're going to want to make some adjustments. Some of the key adjustments are, you want to set the seat height either to the height of the user's bed or to the height of their wheelchair. wherever they're going to be transferred. That's key, and that adjustment is made simply with adjusting the positioning of the legs, and that'll adjust the height. Secondly, you're going to want to set the headrest to the user's height. That's pretty straightforward to get the user in there. Find a comfortable position for where their head's going to line up with the headrest assembly. Lock that in place. And then finally, you're going to want to adjust the footrest to match the user's lower leg length. Basic length from the seat cushion down there to wherever it's comfortable. And this adjustment, again, is just with a brass button. Just position that in and set that to the proper height. So what you want to do, overall, the chair's been adjusted for the user. It's functional. What you want to make sure is, you want to keep the chair clean. What you'll sometimes have is water residue builds up and so forth. So the key thing is drying the unit off after use. Makes it just more functional. Operate the crank handle. All that works real well. So at this point, the chair is ready for use. And one key thing too, make sure that you keep your instructions. Put them in a nice, safe location. But at this point, the multi-chair 4200 Tilt is ready for use. I would like to thank you for taking the time to review this multi-chair 4200 Tilt video, and we look forward to providing you with bathroom mobility solutions moving forward. Thank you.